This tutorial may seem useless at first hand, but some of you guys have a problem with staying out of Rec Room's trouble, so let old Skol teach you how. But first of all, before we get talking about Rec Room bans and how to stay out of them, let's talk about Rec Room bans. Now this is a super simplistic way of putting it, but there's two types of bans inside of Rec Room. We're talking about temporary and permanent bans. There's also timeouts and stuff like that, but we're talking about bans. We're talking about you being stuck in your dorm room with that ban message on the actual board in your dorm room. But there are temporary bans inside of Rec Room, and there are permanent bans inside of Rec Room, depending on the severity of the rule that you may have broken. There could be multiple reasons behind a Rec Room ban. It could be a violation of the terms of service, it could be cheating, it could be harassment, all sorts of things. And it's super important that you don't get banned inside of Rec Room because it preserves your access to the game and it also helps maintain your reputation as well. Rec Room developers and staff members know how many times you've been banned on your account. But enough of this yibber-yabbering about Rec Room bans. How do you stay unbanned? There's a little cheat code to not being banned inside of Rec Room, and it's right next to me, as you guys can see. It's as easy as following the code of conduct, baby. And of course, we all know about Rec Room's code of conduct, so be sure to go over it whenever you're starting out inside of Rec Room. The code of conduct includes all the rules that Rec Room abides by, and if you do follow these rules, the chances of you being banned are pretty slim. Obviously, be excellent to each other. You have to be over 13, no sexually explicit behavior, and no discriminatory language, symbols, or behavior. And no harassing or disruptive trolling as well. Are you a little confused? Don't worry, I got you. Here are a few examples of unacceptable behavior and acceptable behavior. This is an example of acceptable behavior. Hello, what's up? I made my account and I'm over 13. Yep, doing good. Woo! Here's an example of unacceptable behavior inside of Rec Room. No, yeah, I'm not 13. I'm not over 13. I'm actually 12. And I made an account that I can talk on. Yeah, I'm not a junior. I'm pretty cool. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Now don't mind, we're going to have a little break to talk about our channel memberships. Of course, we got Cam VR, I Am Kickin', Skites VR, KobeFan76, Nat the Pup, Aaron Gamer, Billy the Egg Kitty, Kea, Dude, Daytrix, Nolan, the Dragon Boy, Ghastly, Garlic Bread, It's Freddy R, Dozer, BB, Burning Owl, Raphael, Cloud, Netflix Sign, and of course, Box David. Thank you guys for being a part of my memberships, and if you guys want to be shouted out in videos and get sneak peeks to videos, then of course, you'll want to become one of these people. Now let's get back to the video. If you're ever playing Rec Room and you see people that break these actual rules, you can report them. And recently, Rec Room has made a cool little update to the report system where you have to actually be inside the same game as the person you're actually reporting. So to prevent things like false reporting and stuff like that and mass reporting and all that crap. If you see someone break the rules, don't stay silent about it. It's kind of your responsibility as a player to keep the community positive if you think about it that way. But getting banned inside a Rec Room is not always your fault. What happens if your account gets compromised and someone on your account decides to get you banned? Or an associated account that someone else is on gets you banned? Well, that's where safeguarding your account comes in. You should use strong passwords when creating your account, and it's really important to have unique and effective passwords, people. Sharing login details to your account can also expose you to the risk of getting your account compromised, not necessarily by hacks, but just because they know your stuff. It's also against the rules as well for Rec Room, so if Rec Room knows about that, you can get in trouble for it. And you guys can add 2FA to your Rec Room account as well. All you gotta do is authorize the device, and there's usually like a little button on your UI about it. It helps keep you protected inside of Rec Room, and of course people, be sure to authorize your device. You can find the authorize device button inside your settings in your Rec Room launch. Now there's also another way of staying safe inside of Rec Room, and that's just by being a good, chill person, honestly. As long as you're respectful to other players, honestly, not a lot of people will dislike you. If you avoid controversial topics and you only engage in positive interactions with players, then you really have nothing to really worry about. There's no players that will necessarily want to go after you or try to false report you or get you in trouble in any sort of way. It really is for your own safety and others' safety to just be nice and respectful to other players. Joking around and messing with your friends or people that you meet inside lobbies and stuff and friendly trash talk though is a different story, obviously. It's also very important that you protect your gameplay as well and you avoid using cheats or hacks, and if you decide to use cheats, hacks, or any sort of exploits inside of Rec Room, you can get punished for that. Usually it's permabans depending on how severe the hacks and the cheats are, but if you guys want to keep your account safe, then don't use them. And don't don't even think about using them on an alt account because Recroom can find associated accounts with that alt account. I just wouldn't try it, honestly. If you guys find anybody that's suspected to be cheating, hacking, or any sort of exploits, then of course, feel free to report them. Do not stay silent about this stuff if you guys are a Recroom player. And honestly, that's how you can avoid Recroom bans. Some pretty solid advice, and of course, if you guys have any more advice, be sure to leave a comment down below. This Recroomia stuff gets serious, man. Seriously, it does. Anyways, though, if you guys did like this video, feel free to like. I also have a code in-game which you can use, which also supports me inside of Recroom. It's code SKOL. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, folks, you should be seeing some videos on either side of the screen and stuff like that. And of course, people, peace out.